in my cup.
Hey guys, this is Strong with Friends. It's your girl V.
And this is Willis.
And we're back for another episode.
Back at it.
Yeah, here on this lovely holiday. What holiday is this again?
Washington's birthday. George Washington's birthday.
Is it? I thought it was President's Day.
Same thing.
Is it?
Yeah, George Washington's birthday, President's Day.
I don't know. I just know we're supposedly supposed to be off. That's all.
Yeah, because it's George Washington, and they also do Abraham Lincoln, because Abraham Lincoln's the 12th.
Oh, that's nice. Or whatever. But anyway, welcome to our show. We are Drunk with Friends. We always start off with a shot. We always end off with a shot. If either one of our phones or devices go off with volume, we have to take a shot. We're kind of started off today a little bit, so we're going to drink and until we want to stop, because that's what we do. Drink with friends. And talk about some topics. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always put them below wherever we post that, which is on Instagram and Facebook. With that being said, your shot should be poured.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to rock and roll.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mm-hmm. Ooh. All right,
so I think I'm going to start this time. I think you started last week.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so I have something funny. I watch these guys. It's called Shits and Giggles. I think they're like British from England. So they do have a tad bit of an accent. But the message, once we finish hearing it, the message is what we're going to discuss. All right?
All right, that's good.
Shout out to Shits and Giggles. All right, here we go.
My boyfriend and I made a list of people we could have sex with if we got the chance. He chose Margot Robbie, Charlize Theron, and Scarlett Johansson. I chose my daughter's biology teacher, the barista at Starbucks, and his younger brother.
You're a whore. Just say it.
If you don't love me, tell me.
My younger brother could never be on that list.
Oh, it's fisticuffs.
The barista.
That's just some
Yeah,
bread.
that's a guy.
That's any bread.
That's a medium guy.
Our daughter's teacher.
No.
Stop all of that.
No.
I thought we were doing up fantasy.
It's a rap.
I thought we were doing up fantasy. I didn't know you wanted to the people that you are close to right now.
Yeah. Just civilians is what you're
basically,
saying.
Gen
Anyone
pop.
but your man is
You
what
want
is
to bang
basically
Gen
telling.
Pop.
God.
Boyfriend and I made it.
Okay.
Nah, she on savage mode, bro. She's for the streets. She's on the streets.
Hey, yo, I'm sorry.
You still laughing?
I love them. I do love them. Right, they're dynamic. Excuse me. It's so funny. He was like, "Yo, my brother should not be on that list." No. Anyway, okay, so
wow.
I mean, I think I've had this conversation before, like, but we say it different. Like, who are your celebrity crushes? I feel like that would have been better than just coming out like, hey,
a list.
Like, I mean, even if it was a celebrity list, but like, just saying, hey, who are some futuristic people you would probably want to sleep with?
Yeah, he worded it wrong.
It was worded wrong. So when...
Cause he took it as like somebody I probably never meet.
Right.
Fantasy.
Right.
She took it like, yo, I can do this tomorrow. I can knock out this whole list tomorrow.
Right,
Let me cheat.
I think I've had this conversation. Like, I have this conversation with my fiance before. Like, hey, who's your celebrity crushes? Like, he loves Jasmine Sullivan, Meg Thee Stallion.
100%.
I'm trying to think of somebody else right now off the top of my head, but I know those two for definitely sure. Megan Good, which I think is almost everybody's crush.
If you meet him,
huh?
You have to hold that L if you meet him.
No. Because these are celebrities. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, he knows, like, mine's like Jason Momoa and like certain different other stuff. Like, these are people that I mean, unless God blesses me to be famous in the future, that I don't think I'll ever meet in person, you know? But that's why I said the wording is like, I made a list of people we could have sex with if we ever got the chance. So that, for me, I'm sorry, picking it apart. You said if I got the chance, whoever.
Yeah.
So that comes off to me like, you didn't say famous people if I could ever. You said whoever. So when they said my daughter's teacher, he was like, you just want some brat. Like, you just want a random guy. She was like, he said, you're a whore. Like,
she is.
She didn't fuck him. She just said these are people I would.
The way she said it, and I bet she ran that list off quick. Like,
He said, my daughter's biology teacher, the barista at Starbucks, and my younger brother, like, he was so shocked.
He must make the best mocha latte in the fucking world.
He was like, yo, if you don't love me, just say that.
100%. She don't love you, bro.
She don't love me, bro.
She don't.
It's like, yo, the barista, that's just some guy. Like, that's just some bruh. What do you say? You call it a medium? I don't even know what that means.
My brother? So you met my brother was like, damn, I got the wrong one.
He's like, I didn't know you wanted to fuck people that you just want to fuck some random civilian. Like,
wow.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Ask me that question. I'm gonna be petty like that too.
But it's the wording though.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get mad. I mean, you can get mad and you're entitled to your feelings. But it's just the fact of, that's like some people were like, hey, don't you feel like going to get me a cup of water? I don't feel like it, but I can. Like, because it's the question.
But if she would have did that, it'd have been like...
It would have been the same reaction.
She probably was like ready to fight this nigga. He'd be like, oh yeah, the stripper at Fuego's, the girl that works behind the counter at Dunkin' Donuts. Like, it would have been bad.
That's why I was just like, bro, wow.
My co-worker, my work wife. Like,
you think that you... oh my God. Work wife.
So then to be going to blows. I could be petty with you, like that.
Bruh.
I said, oh, let me redo my list.
Yo, can you imagine that, talking to your significant other? Like, all right, who's on your list that you would have sex with? And they'd be like, oh, you know, your friend Stephanie, yeah, her, and then the lady that makes the sandwiches over there at Subway, girl, like, what?
Do you know the amount of bowls you have to be like, I want to have sex with your sibling?
Bro, that's
fighting words.
Yo, he's like, yo, my brother should never be on that list.
Exactly. Like, dog, just know she'll be taken care of if you die.
No, it was the breathe. It was the breathe at the end. It was like, bruh. At the end, like, they was just like, yo, I could never. If like, I got 3 sisters, and I'll be damned. That nigga said your sister. If my fiance say one of my sisters, I swear it's over.
Oh man, that'll be the quickest funeral.
If there would one, where they gonna find a body? Where? How?
Just ran away.
Who? Your fiance? Who? Where's the ring? Where?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like,
yeah.
What are we even talking about? I would have nothing.
I got a question. So this is brought up another time I was talking to somebody else with. Is it over? So back in our single days, you remember how like we might go out, hang out with somebody, and you got a friend, and be like, oh yeah, like say if you out with one of your girlfriends, and she meets your boyfriend, right? Mm-hmm. And she asks you, does he have a brother? Mm-hmm. Do you think that's offensive?
No, me personally, I don't.
Well, there's this podcast that she got offended. Oh, you saw that one?
No, I didn't hear, but I've heard the topic before where people like, she basically wants your man.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see how that comes to, but like, I don't know. I don't think of it like that. If my friend thinks my boyfriend's attractive, then I'm like, yeah, I got me one, but you also know if you're my friend that I'm crazy, so.
Facts.
I wouldn't try it.
Also, what I learned like with siblings though, sure, if you want to date my brother, 9 times out of 10, me and my brother are not alike.
Yes, but
you and your sisters are not alike.
No, we're not, but there are those cases where sisters do look very similar, and sometimes.
And that's creepy.
Yes.
It's like, let me get his twin. You date him like, yo.
I mean, but we all know that.
And the guy be like, if a guy asks the girl that, like, oh.
But then sometimes the it's not always about looks. Like, I've had people, you know, where I've been out when I was a single one, and then my girlfriend tells me about her guy, whatever. They be like, oh yeah, he got this job here. You know, he's 6'4". I'm like, oh man, damn, he got a brother. Not so much because of how he looks, but because it comes off like he was raised right. Right. Like, oh, he opens the door.
Like, you got this one. Let me get the other one.
Let me get the other one. Like, they on Amazon. Let me go purchase one. Like, I take it as that, not so much that, you know, I'm attracted to him. I mean, even still, I've been around like people that I'm like, oh girl, he cute. Okay, you got you one. But that's all. I think it all comes down to your relationship with that partner, that friend.
All right.
Because if that's how y'all talk, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of my girlfriends at brunch back in January, she showed me her boyfriend. I was like, oh, he's a cutie. Okay, girl. Like, I have a partner, and even if I didn't, I feel like congratulating your girl on getting a attractive person is a compliment. Not so much like, oh, what's his deets? Let me get his. You know what I mean? It's all about your relationship with that friend. Because if you never congratulate her on the other dude before,
Facts.
or mention that, it's suspect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about your relationship when it comes down to, I feel like. But if she's like constantly on your neck, like, yo, put me on with his brother, then I'm gonna be like, alright, now you pushing it. You're a little bit too far.
Ain't he cute? What bitch you think I get cute niggas?
Oh.
Facts.
So yeah, I feel you on that. But fuck, trying to say you want to fuck the brother?
Yeah, that's savage.
That shit is on another level.
She don't like you.
She don't love you. It's like, bro, you just tell me you don't love me.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, yo, you just want to fuck anybody but your man. That's what he said. That's what you're telling me.
What do you tell your kid? Be like, your mom wants to fuck your uncle, fucking whore, and your science teacher. That's where you got the A. Dumb fuck. That's when you very funny.
Hey yo, that shit is funny.
You wonder why your kid got good grades, huh?
Oh my god. Mom put that extra apple in there for you to get to your teacher. Anyway, alright, I just want to bring that to your attention. Like, do you feel like that's wild? Because I thought that shit was wild. And then the way they went on that commentary had me dying. So, yeah. Y'all let me know how y'all feel.
Alright, let's keep it lighthearted. So I got this this is a lady I follow. I'll tell you guys' name when I click the clip. But she has this game show on YouTube. It's called Is It Problematic? And usually she tries to get her friends or her coworkers canceled. So she might have like a group of her white coworkers and ask them like something like, do you like Cracker Barrel? Then you know the word Cracker Barrel come in there and be like, oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, stuff like that. So this time she pranked these white and black kids, black people. She's black too, but just listen to it. It's funny. I thought it was funny.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the internet's favorite game show, Is It Problematic? Where I try to get my coworkers canceled. Today my co-host is Blizzbear.
I'm a problem.
Blizzbear is a problem. Alright, do you want to find someone to cancel? Kai, formerly canceled, BK, former host. We, as black people, have you ever seen someone say something funny and then they laugh and they run away? And then they come back?
I mean, that's yes.
It's actually the origin for the phrase, barrel of laughs.
What's the barrel?
Listen, I already been through the cancel once.
Wait, am I kicking the barrel when I'm laughing? Wait.
You're gonna stop. You're talking too much. I know how this goes.
Enslaved Africans were not allowed to laugh on some plantations, so in an act of defiance and as a mode of survival, they often stuck their heads into barrels in order to laugh out of sight and out of earshot of white slavers. That's right, It's biological trauma. It's genetic trauma, and BK just did it. While no one is canceled today, we are all informed BK did it again.
Wow.
I didn't know that's why we run away when we laugh. It's genetics. That's so fucked up.
Bro, that's
We're traumatized, bro.
It's in our genes.
It's in our DNA.
That's wild.
I don't know a nigga that don't run it, especially if it's super fun.
That is wild. I've never heard it. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that was bad. I didn't know.
But you know what? It's learned behavior though, because we've always seen somebody else in the generation before us laugh so hard, sinking in the chair. Like I even saw like the little clips from like Charlemagne Breakfast Club when they're laughing, jumping up and down, sliding through the chair, running away.
It's a reaction for us.
It's just a reaction for us. And honestly, black people, I've seen like some clips with just black people laughing, and it's contagious to where I'm cracking up laughing in tears. Like, bro, what about you?
Or like that Cedric the Entertainer joke he had with like one of us start running. When we look back, just shoot. Well, wait. All right, I'm out. But check out their YouTube page. They're called Squad Team Force. They're on Instagram too. They're pretty funny. They're digital creators. Content creators. Love it.
Yeah, I would have.
I love to laugh and learn something.
Now I gotta sit somewhere.
I'm gonna feel some type of way now when I laugh real hard. And I run.
I'm gonna have to be quiet now. Like, I'm just gonna laugh in silence and stay still. Like, how's that going? I'm still muffling my laugh so that they don't hear me.
Because the slave masters didn't want to hear that shit. Ain't that about a bitch?
Yeah, that is about a bitch. But everything has its own history.
Right.
Everything has its own history, which honestly still puts a damper on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I would have been fine not knowing.
I ruined it for everybody.
Pretty much.
I ruined it for me too.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I would have never guessed. Okay, so I got something a little bit more serious.
Okay.
Was I can find it. I just swiped away from it. My bad. Here we go. All right, shout out to the Breakfast Club. I was just talking about them. This particular clip, Nene Leakes was a guest, and the topic is: should you accept gifts from someone you're not interested in?
No, we're good.
Okay, here we go.
So this is something that you don't mind doing. If somebody gives you a gift, you like, hey, I'm keeping it.
Yeah. No, not really. No, I don't think you should accept gifts. No, seriously, I don't think you should accept gifts from everyone that you're not interested in, okay? Some guys, look, I know he was a nice guy. I know he wouldn't do anything to me crazy, so, and I wanted the gift.
But I wanted the gift. But don't you think if somebody gives you something like a Rolex, right?
Yeah.
That's $10,000.
Yeah.
He's not giving it to you because he thinks you're cool. You know, he
Yes,
probably
he is.
wants to date you or
Yeah, but he
you know,
thinks I'm cool. That's why he wants to date me. But I don't want to date him, but I just want the gift.
But he might think that that's like a lead-in, like, oh, she's accepting my
It
gifts.
is a lead-in, and I am misleading him.
See, I don't have a problem with it as long as you don't mislead them. You know what I'm saying? You got to let that person know this don't mean nothing. I don't owe you anything because you gave me this watch. Don't think because you gave me this gift, I'm going to give you some
did
ass.
all that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
I
that's
do all that.
understood, I don't have a problem with you taking the gift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even if you do say that, he still think this is a chance because
Of
you're
course.
accepting the gift.
I mean,
Of
yeah,
course.
but if you making it clear, like, just because you give me this gift, that don't mean I'm giving you some of this poom poom. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And you also ask for other things. You know, just because you gave me this is not enough. I'd like to have a car and shoes and bags, and then I'll think about it.
Think about what? The date? Think about maybe you'll go on a date after all that.
No, I'll go on the date, but sleeping with him, yeah, we need to get some other stuff.
Oh my goodness.
What's the number to sleep with somebody, Nene? Like,
No, it just depends. Like, he needed to do a lot because I wasn't attracted to him.
oh, now
so-
see, this is a good
So the
question.
gifts make him look a little sexier. Hello, who's this?
So, that was Nene Leakes, you know, from her reality TV show, Housewives, all the good stuff. So, I was with her a little bit. Until she was like, and then asked for more cars, more shoes, bags, all that. I was with her a little bit. It was like, yeah, accept some gifts. Because sometimes some men don't care. That's their way, you know, their love language is giving gifts, whatever.
Right.
But I'm with Charlamagne more. Like, yo, I'm good with it as long as you let me know out the gate, like, hey, ain't nothing happening past here. You know, like, hey, ain't nothing, be up front. And then if they choose to continue to give you gifts, that's on them. They donkey of the day. That's on them. But if you're continuously buying me gifts, if you're continuously, and I'm just taking it, and he's thinking he putting down payments on, you know, hitting,
Right.
then that's misleading. And then that's how some people, God forbid, some people get beat up or raped or any other crazy thing. Because, no, I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sorry, I watched the Law & Order SVU marathon yesterday.
Oh, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, too much.
Much, yeah.
Much. But no, like, some people have, some men have anger issues thinking that you've seen that so many times, the little guy who's like, oh, I gave her everything, I gave her this, da, 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 and they just shitted on me and left me for the cool guy with the Ferrari or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, some people's, like, breaking point is that, like, you took everything from me. I've maxed out my credit cards, I've taken you here, and I'm still your friend, or you're still not interested in me?
We seen all them viral videos of dudes flying girls out and then they get mad and record them when they want to give them the...
Like I said, like, I'm not saying that that's going to happen to everybody. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
Like, do not cancel me. I'm just saying that there are some men out there that go crazy because they're giving their all to someone they think they have an option or have a chance with. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing with them.
Yeah.
You're playing with their emotions. Like,
Well,
oh yeah, I'll let them take me out. Oh, I'll let them buy me this. I'll do it. But you gotta do more. But you gotta do extra because I wasn't attracted to you in the beginning. Well, if you weren't attracted to them in the beginning, you shouldn't have let them start giving you gifts and stuff. In my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Don't use them. Don't listen to the city girls.
Or if you do use them, make sure let them know that you are in your own way, so you can keep on getting your stuff in your own way. Because I'm gonna say at this point, like, I think that this only works for like certain people. For certain people, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say even with just like superstars and stuff like that. Because I've met some bougie ghetto girls that has worked for, like, in Baltimore. I knew this girl like a couple years back, like in my early 20s, and she was pretty, slender, whatever. But she's living with her mom, all that other shit. But when we would go to like that's when Horseshoe was popping when it first opened. Like these ballers at the bar were like, and I don't mean like ghetto ballers either. I mean like white guys. They're like doctors here for conferences and shit. They'll pay her for this, pay for her for that, and she like, I want you to know that I don't want nothing, but and they'd be like, all right, and they still would like do it. So I can respect.
Right.
She put it out there, but if they still want to after that, then again, that's on them.
I think at the end of the day, intentions need to be clear because there are some guys, like you said, that like the trip.
Yeah.
They just want to be in your company. They just want to have conversation with you. They don't necessarily want to have sex. They might not can have sex, especially the older you get. So you know what I'm saying. So that is a thing. But as long as like intentions are clear, it gets messed up and wonky where like the guy thinks, oh, we about to fuck, and you're like, nah, we're not. That's where it gets mixed up at.
Yeah, it's all about the crowd too. That you
it's manipulation.
Yeah,
you're catfishing.
Yeah,
it's a form of catfishing.
It's a form of catfishing. But
it's for hoeing.
You were stuck on this hoeing.
She's not a whore. She's a.
Oh my god, this is not gonna be part 2.
Yeah.
But no, like I was at shout out to my friend Thorns. Her birthday was February 7th, and we went out to this place called the Bygone.
That's Linda's birthday. Go ahead.
Oh really? I didn't even know. What was I about to say? We went to this place called the Bygone in Baltimore. If you are in the DMV area,
the Bygone.
Oh my god, amazing, expensive. Just putting that out there, expensive. Be prepared to spend like $150 on yourself if you are Jesus. Like. And when I say that, I mean like if you are an eater like me, I like prime rib. So prime rib was like $56, and then I gotcha. Yeah, like $56. It's like if you go to any other steakhouse. Yeah. Like, I think the New York strip was like $98, but
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said. All depending on what you get, right? Because you can get fish. No, fish is normally cheaper, $36, whatever. Anyway, we got that. Got crab dick. Got a couple drinks, and whatever. But I said all that said in the night, waiting for the elevator because it is on like the 29th floor or whatever. So beautiful views. Yeah, beautiful views. Like I already made my reservation to take my mother there for Mother's Day. Like beautiful views, beautiful vibe. Like they got it's bomb, bro. And the food is bomb too. Anyway, waiting for the elevator because it's only one elevator come up to this secret rooftop thing, and 2 white guys is coming up, and it was like, this place is awesome, right? I'm a people person. I'll talk to you at the bar. I'll talk to you at restaurants because at the end of the day, why not? It takes this much to be kind to somebody else. And you can tell he was a little hammered, and he was like, yeah, it's just the ambiance. I was like, yeah, and then they had chairs, just talking, whatever. He was like, okay, so what's the next move? Where we're going to get some drinks? I was like, I gotta go home. And he like looked at my hand. He was like, oh, I mean, but you can still get a drink. Like, wait, come on, it's on me. And I was just like, that for me, that's like an example. You're telling somebody, hey, I can't because of this, and they're still like, fuck it, I'm still down to pay for.
There's a difference between a drink and a purse.
I know, but that's why I said on a minimum.
I get what you're saying.
It's they're still aware of your situation, and they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, you can still come on out. And we got this, and we probably want to try to get section over here. I was like, well, y'all have a drink for me. I have gotta go. Gotta work tomorrow. But like, some people generally do not care if you not interested in them. If you already got a person, if you about to get married tomorrow, they don't give a fuck.
They don't.
If they want to hang out or want to get in your company or do anything with you, they gonna do what they want because they have the money to do so.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So that's all I want to say. I guess we've agreed we should not accept gifts from someone you're not interested in.
Correct.
Okay.
Without clear intentions.
Without clear intentions being stated verbally.
Because
I will back up with a text message and a voicemail too, because this is 2023.
Right.
People be like, "No, you didn't." Oh yeah. On February 12th at 2:17 p.m.
You said.
I'm done. So I have it. So there's no denying it, Your Honor.
Stupid.
I proved my case. But yeah.
Okay, I got a topic. So, I think her name is Keisha Kior. No, Cash Doll. Sorry.
Oh, that's 2 different people. Way 2 different people.
She was on a podcast. We mentioned her a couple of weeks ago. She was on there talking about women are tired and how you can move better when you're single. Okay. So they brought up another subject called liking versus loving. So,
Okay.
just listen to this.
Being able to like a person enough to kick it with them every day, to come up with a plan, to execute together, to, you know what I'm saying, like live life together, and y'all genuinely like each other.
Yeah.
Because it's beyond love. It's like for me.
Yes.
Because you can love somebody and not fucking like them. So for me, when I'm looking in a relationship, because everybody want to know why or what's the reason, I like funny niggas. I like a motherfucker to be funny. Because I know even if I'm broke and you broke, we going to be laughing. And it's going to bring my spirits up. You want a motherfucker that can change your mood. You know what I'm saying? For the better. Or that can positively motivate you or stuff like that. Like, I feel like a lot of people now is dating people for money to get material things when they can get the shit they self if they didn't waste their time on dating another motherfucker for some money. You trying to finesse this nigga out of getting you some money. Whole time you could have been using that energy making your own fucking money.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
That's some real shit. I can't fake. I think for me, I think the problem is going to a slight little tangent. I feel like a lot of people fall out of like with people. You know, not out of love, but out of like, where you can generally have feelings for someone, like you love them, but you no longer like that person.
Like them as a person.
Like them as a person. And of course that can happen with time, or that can happen with your own personal growth. Like, how many times have you heard that, you know, oh, he, for example, not say either or, let's say him or her, they always want to stay at that same job. They never want to grow. They never want to go for that promotion. They never want to da-da. And we've been together 10, 12 years, and they still happy at that same old da-da-da-da while you're growing. So now it becomes a thing of the test of, like, I don't like that you anymore, because you at first, when we first came in, it was like we were trying to build together, but you're not on that same length with me no more.
Right.
I love you and I want the best for you, but you're not growing with me anymore. You're not pushing, like, it's, you can eventually, and then that causes arguments, and then that causes more issues, so you end up starting to resent that person.
Yep.
And that's a bad place to be.
I agree.
To start resenting somebody because of lack of anything, honestly. Lack of anything. Expectations, duty, whatever. So, but I agree with her. Like, you can't always depend on somebody else to do shit for you. So you gotta grind. That whole time you're looking for a man to pay for your shit, pay your own shit.
Yeah, you could have got a job or got them figure out how to get the money yourself.
Man, I learned so much stuff about myself these past couple months. Like, I'm independent for a reason. I'm very much independent for a reason. And it does take a lot for a lot of independent women, especially starting at a young age, having to be independent, to completely let go reins to let somebody else lead the way, right? But there can also be a compromise with somebody. They're like, hey, I'm entrusted in you this part, but so I can have some type of control, I can do this part, you know?
Right.
And I feel like if more people trusted more and open more of that issue, that they could like and love their partner, because one, you opened up and they heard you, and then two, you love them because they accepted what you had to say, and that helps you grow and stuff like that. But you can still grind and still have your partner grind with you. It should never be that I'm looking for someone to always pay my bills. If that's your thing, again, not shitting on what you want. You want somebody to take care of you? I'm so done with you. If you want somebody to take care of you, cool. There are some guys out here that just want to do that. But as we've said on this show plenty of times before, if a guy's always working, you can't expect him to always be home to help with the bills. I mean, I'm sorry, not the bills, with the food and the kids and da-da-da. There's something you're giving up for this person to take care of all the bills. And sometimes that could be him. Like parts of him. He could be with that secretary. He could be traveling over the world doing whatever, and you are home. Yes, all your bills is paid, but you're home in the bed alone.
Yeah, true.
What are you willing to give up for what you want?
If he's home, he's too tired to do anything else because he's always working.
That too. And he's distant, and then there you go. You start disliking the person that you love, and then it's just it's so many scenarios that can happen. So I'm always pushing for, you know, women and men to have your own money, you know, do your grind and hustle on your own, and also if you can with each other, because you don't want that friction.
But So that clip got me to thinking. I think a lot of us are taught. Well, never. Obviously, I don't think any of us were really taught how to date. Because I think, like, all right, follow me on this one.
All right.
The liking and loving. I think when you date someone, it's more so like, I want to be with this person, whether maybe because of sex or, you know, you're attracted to them. That's how we start off. Mm-hmm. And then always jumps to, like, you know, that first person say, I love you. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think we date anymore to be friends. Then, like, there's levels. I think we miss a step.
Sometimes.
So when you in them trenches and shit's not going well, you be ready to go because you really never liked this person. This person was never really your friend.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like, if you didn't date the person you're with right now, would they be your friend?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, that's why I said sometimes. Like, that's why a lot of people say, you know, I'm so happy I dated my best friend. You know?
Oh, yeah. That sappy shit be like, oh, he was right there the whole time.
Yeah, that too. But then there are some cases where people date for a year before they even get into something. Or at least 6 to 8 months before they even get into a relationship. Because they want to know. And then I feel like the older you get, the more serious, which we talked about when whatchamacallit was here. What's that guy name? He was sitting there. No, he was sitting right here. Courtland. Yeah. You know, we miss asking those questions. You know,
right.
You know, who are your friends? Where's your tribe? Da, da, da. So once you start understanding the background and then understanding the trenches they've been through,
right,
and all the stuff that creates more rapport, that creates more understanding, and that creates more openness for him or her to tell you. Will be more vulnerable and to tell you what's going on in their lives.
Right.
So when shit does happen, you can have a reference point to go to. Well, hey, remember last time you said we did this? Let's do this and then tweak it that way. That way y'all have something to go back to confer and be like, okay, that helps. That helps. Yeah. But for some of these situations where we're talking about like, yo, you just in there for the money, it ain't going to last. It ain't going to last. He ain't going to turn to you when...
He's not going to respect you as much.
He's not gonna respect you more. He will open up to anybody and everybody before he open up to you. And you always see it. They're like, what something happens to the husband, please don't. Did you know your husband was doing this? No. Mm-hmm. Did you know your husband was having an affair? No. Did you know your husband was such and that? No. Because they are taking care of everything. They don't feel obligated to tell you shit.
No, that ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But my thing
is, as long as he's holding up this lifestyle that I want, I don't give a shit.
And they choose to not know.
And I hate to say it, fellas, when the shoe's on the foot, a lot of times they won't respect you.
Hell no. I mean, because it's the equal opportunity. If I'm paying all this shit, I don't gotta tell you shit. That's how they feel.
That's their mentality.
That's the mentality. And the thing about it is that they think that, you know, since normally it's the male that does it, why, which we talked about before, like, they don't feel like women should act the same way as men, even though they're in the same position. Like, I'm the breadwinner. You don't gotta talk to me like that. Why? If you were the breadwinner, you would talk to me like that. Or you would move this way, that way like that. Why is it? Because it's me, because I'm the woman. I can't move like a baller or move like a...
It's power. No one wants to relinquish power.
Nobody wants to relinquish power.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to look like no bitch either. And I mean that on both sides.
I mean, I've seen people that are comfortable, you know, depending on women.
I mean, I've seen it too.
Depending on men too.
Yeah, I've seen it both ways.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like I said in the beginning of this part, I'm like, yo, you are sacrificing something. Your dignity, or your freedom of speech on certain things, your access to certain things, and I don't mean just like financials. I mean just like access to speak on certain shit. Like, I don't think we should do that. Well, I'm paying for it, so I want this. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. I guess we're getting it then. Like, I guess we're getting this. We're getting.
That's what I say.
What you gotta say, because you gotta just fold to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and that goes vice versa. Like, if they're like, well, I think Josh, like our son, should learn Mandarin. I'm not paying for that. He gonna learn Spanish like everybody else in the class. And he like, damn.
Facts.
Okay, we forget. I was like, oh yeah, and he learned piano, but he wants to play guitar. I don't give a fuck. I'm paying for the lessons, and then then again, that makes you start disliking the person.
Yeah, it turns into resentment.
It turns into resentment, and even though you have love for them, I mean, think about it. How many divorced people you know say, "Yo, I love my first wife, but I can't stand the fuck out of her." Like you.
True. And I think we talked about it before. People change it every 10 years.
Yeah, that's why people always do the vows. Because they're like, yo, I'm renewing to love you now as you are now.
This new person, right?
The person that you are now,
right?
And that's also why I feel like people say the first 3 to 5 years is the hardest, because what you were saying, you know, understanding each other's roles, who making more, and then of course Justin in the household and all that stuff. That's the years that
really kids into it. Whew.
Yeah. Like I was
the survival rate drops drastically.
Right.
You better really like this nigga you up with this baby with.
Like
you family better.
I was in pre-marriage counseling, and like a therapist brought up, he was like, okay, so let's talk about children. Do you guys want to have children? Da da da. And it was like, hey, well, I suggest you guys get some type of schedule of like who's cleaning what and doing what, because when a baby comes, it throws everything in the cycle. Like, because I'm like, all right, well,
everything revolves around the baby.
Everything revolves around the baby. So he was like, well, if she gave me an example, like if you used to clean the house up every Saturday, right? Saturday morning, let's say you get up around 9, you clean 9 to 12, doing laundry, da da da. Well, that baby would get up at 6:30. Mm-hmm. And you can't put the baby back down. She don't want to go back to sleep, da da da. So now you're behind on doing whatever. Mm-hmm. You gotta figure out a way to incorporate or have him do that. You gotta get some type of schedule in place so you can be prepared, some type of flow, so that it can work.
Think you about to be gaming all night? Yeah, the fuck right.
Yeah, fuck right.
That baby.
Look, I saw, side tangent, I saw this breast thing that holds milk, so it doesn't confuse the baby like this. Like it can seem like she's getting breastfed.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
It's not like a real boob or anything. It's literally like a chest plate with like a holder
that the guys can wear.
Yeah, and it's like cushioned there so that it won't hurt the baby, and then so the baby can still feel like she's getting.
Gotcha.
She or he is still getting breastfed.
Put on your baby registry.
I really will. I really will. I don't see him doing. I don't know. Cause Sean is really. You said you would.
I wouldn't.
Because that's why I said I think he may, because it doesn't look like you putting on a woman bodysuit. It literally looks like it's just a holder. Like you would put, like, you know, the joint they put over for the gun holster.
Yeah.
It looks like a holster thing that just goes there. But
I think I would get you the baby Keurig. I think you appreciate that.
I got that from my best friend. I definitely appreciate it. I would appreciate it. But I am going to try to do it the natural way. But not everybody can breastfeed, so I definitely would.
What I've been doing for so many months.
Oh yeah. I mean, like some people can't, and then some people can only do it for so many months, so they start transitioning over. So anyway, bring it back to the thing.
Yeah.
Like and love. Just try your best to like your person. Figure out a way to steadily find things to continue to like about them, because if not, it's just going to make you start resenting and hating, and nobody got time for that.
Okay, try to go back to what originally attracted y'all to each other. Remember, like I was telling you, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go back to the basics. Like there's been times where like we don't have a lot of bread. Me and Shad, when we first started dating, we would be in my I shared a apartment with some cohabitants, and we would just be
lovely young ladies.
Yeah, this guy. So in my room, we would just order Chinese and we would watch Netflix. Like literally on the floor, because I wasn't allowed eating on my bed. I literally on the floor in my bedroom, paper plates, eating some Chinese food, watching Netflix specials or something.
Right.
And at that time, it was actually Redbox. So we would get like 2 or 3
who's old now?
That's not old. That was like 2019, 2018.
Might as well say you with the Blockbusters.
Wow. Now that's a stretch.
Hollywood Video.
I went to Harris Teeter last weekend, and I said, they still got a Redbox carousel thing here?
They got them in Giant too. I seen them.
I was like...
Or they be in front of like 7-Eleven.
I said Netflix is y'all about to put y'all out the business too. Mm-hmm. But anywho,
I gotta find my DVD player.
And like that's what we do. Like we make it a point to like do Chinese, if not once a week, it'll be once every other week, and we just binge our shows. Yeah. And that's I take that over a crazy expensive date night any day, because it brings us back to our roots where we feel comfortable. Not saying we don't do it. We do the random date nights here and too, but you gotta keep some type of foot on your foundation, because if not, if you get too far away, like I said, you're gonna start liking that. You're gonna stop liking the person, and then the love is gonna start getting tarnished. You don't want that. So do what you do what's best. So Willis, tell them where they can find us.
Well, if you like us and love us, you can find us on Instagram at Drunk with Friends with a Z, on Facebook and Instagram. Sorry, and you can find us on YouTube
at DWF Pod.
Yeah,
You put pod 1948 in the
they
drawing.
did that.
I was like, I had erased it on the description when I
Nah,
posted.
so if you search for it, it should pop up DW Pod, but it might be like 19 something.
What? Why did they do that?
Because they start doing tags, and I guess the name was taken, even though I put it for early.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Also, you can find us on all streaming platforms: iTunes, Alexa, Google Play, Podbean, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at. We will be there. Yeah, and that's it for this episode. Let me pour this shot. It was a good episode.
It's a good episode. Good topics. Guys, I want y'all to know that it's been a crazy year. I don't know who needs to hear this, but make sure you guys stay encouraged. I know it's tax season. Don't blow your whole check on crab legs or something stupid. I mean, I know everybody normally gets a new TV or a down payment on a car. That's clearly something that you possibly think you need. But definitely.
Did you know DoorDash takes WIC now?
Take what?
WIC or SNAP, whatever, food stamps.
No, I did not know that.
Yep.
That's crazy. But make sure you guys, check up on your strong friends, check up on your family members. Tell that person that you care about them, because you never know what happens. Life is short out here, and that's all I got. With that being said, cheers.
Cheers.
Until next time.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.